All right, welcome everyone. Let's want to get straight to the point here. Let's If you don't have the stop hunt zone boxes, the link is in my description. I'm going to pin it on my Telegram group. Join the group, download the indicator, stay connected. I That's where in that group I'm going to shoot trade ideas once or twice a week. And eventually I'll be doing some signals, and eventually I'll be doing some live trading. But for now, when you download the file, when you download the file, you're going to install it just how you normally install any other indicator. Okay? So once you download it, let me go ahead and download mine. Go ahead and copy it. These are the steps to install it and to make the necessary changes. And then we'll get right to it on how to avoid some fake outs. So file, open data folder, MQL4, indicators, and just right click, paste. I already have it. Stop hunt zones. I already have it in there. Just going to go ahead and replace it in there since I already have it in there. Close out the window. Come back to indicators here. Right click on the indicators little file there. Right click on it. Refresh it. It's been refreshed. Okay. Let's look for it. Expand it and look for it. Stop hunt zones. Drag it onto your chart. Okay. Drag it onto your chart. These are the settings that you need to change. Okay. So let's come here to the chart where it says the agent session. Draw the agent session as an outline. Click true, because we're going to take this a little step further, because I want you to be able to pinpoint when the agent session ends and when London opens about another within the hour and a half of London open. That way you get to see exactly where you're at on the chart. So we're going to draw the agent session box as an outline. Okay. We're going to come down, keep scrolling downwards. Draw the New York box as an outline. That way we know where the New York session's at. Keep scrolling. Okay. Also, as you can see here, you're going to be able to set the alerts when they're working those stop hunt zones. I want you to activate the alerts. So anyhow, keep scrolling down. We want to get to where it says stop hunt. Okay. Shadow box text. Let's change that color. Let's put it in black. Because look at my chart. My chart is a plain chart. Make sure your chart looks this way. That way there's no color coordination, nothing's messed up and nothing's showing. This is the way I have my charts with this gray background. I'll give you the settings for that too. So draw stop hunt box. Yes, I need the stop hunt box. Draw stop hunt box as an outline. Click yes. True, excuse me. Click on true. The stop hunt box color is going to be light gray. That's fine. You can change it any color you want. Here are your alerts. You want to get an alert when price is at that 25 or 50 pip strike zone. So click activate that. True. True. That's all I'm going to activate. You can get alerts with the moving averages, when current prices hit those moving averages, I'm going to leave that alone. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, sound on, true. Now you're going to get alerts. So let's keep everything the same. If you miss a step, go back on the video and pause it and do the correct settings. Hit OK. Okay, there we go. This is how your chart should look like. Okay. Let me grab a pen here. Blue box is my agent session. The blue box stops painting about an hour and a half before the London Open. The red box paints when New York session is open. Okay. London session is right here in the middle. L for London. Okay. So we need to save this. We need to save this template just the way it is. So you don't have to make these changes all the time. Right click on the chart, template, save, and I already have it here. Stop hunt boxes, click save. Yes, because I already have it there. So all it did was overwrite it. Okay, let's okay, here it is. Boom. Clear all drawing. Okay, so you guys already know. Let's go over this one more time. The agent session, this is the high of the agent session, the initial high. This is the low of the agent session, the initial low. Okay, because it's pound yen, very volatile, that any small move, it's huge. From the top of the agent session box, that is the highest point inside that box, to the low point on my stop hunt, that's 25 points. From the top, from the initial high to the high of that stop hunt zone box is 50. That's done on purpose, and vice versa. From the low to the high of the stop hunt box is 25 points. From the low to the low part to that of my stop hunt zone is 50 points. And if you don't believe me, grab your crosshair and measure from the top of the agent box to the bottom of the stop hunt box is 25. You see that? 25.9. To the top is 50. Okay. From the low of Asia to my stop hunt low, 25 points. Stop, and all the way down to the bottom down there is 50 points. That is your strike zone. That's my point. That's where you should be looking for trades, period. Okay. Someone left a message, a comment on one of my shorts that this trade didn't work out because consolidation, stop on high, drop, but it went back up again. That's what's called a stop on fake out. They faked you. If you were just strictly looking for that stop on high drop, first of all, you should have got out. You could have made money. You're counter trend trading because someone said that the trend is still to the upside. Okay, that may be the case, but you have to react to the market's conditions, react to what they're showing you. So you weren't wrong on taking that M pattern at that stop on high. Notice and they set the high. That's your high of the day. Asian high has been taken out already. That's why in London you're going to get the high or you're going to get the low, and then the New York is just going to reverse based on what happened in London. So let's break this down. Let's break this fake out. And this fake out is going to apply to every currency pair, you have to pay attention to what's going on with the market. So now this is where TDI is going to clear up a lot of things here. Okay. First, I'm going to show you the entry. Let me grab the moving averages here. Going to bring in my moving averages. Okay. I want you to see this. I don't want to see all these lines. So I'll just keep. Okay. Real quick. Look at this. Let's break this down. Let me expand the charts here. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Stop on high, drop. Why didn't it drop some more? Why did it reverse on me? That's what a lot of people are asking. Well, like I said, if you're going to be a full-time trader, you cannot just place the trade and just forget about it, and that's not the way it works. Been doing this for 7+ years. I've taken every loss you can think of. The lazy way, revenge trade, and I've done it all. I've done it all. So why didn't this trade work out? Well, it did work out if you knew where to get out. Let me zoom out a little bit. Here we go. Let's break this down. There's the M pattern, high of the day. I'm pointing out all the clues. These are the same clues you're going to use for your entries on every freaking pair, and the same clues to get the hell out of the trade. If you were selling, everything's in reverse. If you were buying, okay, let's look at the clues. I don't care about the Asian session. I trade London. What happened in London? Price broke to the upside. Stop on high. Okay, you should be thinking, do we have a sell here? Okay, they work the high, pulls back down, pulls back up. They failed to take out the high in London. They're giving you the M pattern. That body, the red body, closing below that 13 EMA, and you have the crossover there, that's your confirmation to enter on the following candle. The red body closing below is just confirmation. You have to wait for the following candle to enter, because the following candle could close green above. So I would wait for a small pullback, let it close right when it's about to close below it, and my entry is there. So let's break this down. If you took the trade here, how many candles? I'm on the 15-minute chart right now. How many candles go by before you have to make a business decision to get the hell out? 2 hours. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there was a pin to the 200. Your first take profit, if you're selling this off that high, normally is my first take profit is the initial low in London in Asia. But what happened? 2 hours into this trade, you should already start thinking to yourself, okay, I'm in this trade for 2 hours. What am I looking at? Hey, am I reject the 200? Okay, it did reject it, and it went back up. And if you didn't move your stop loss in, you got stopped out. If you moved it in, you got stopped out with profit. If you didn't, you took an L on that trade. But that could have been avoided with TDI. Go look at my TDI video. TDI is going to help you clean this up. That way, TDI is going to give you the clues to get out of this fake out. Well, how do you know if it's a fake out? Well, let me bring in my TDI and we'll break it down. And this applies to every setup off the high or off the low, however you want to look at it. So let me bring in my TDI. I'm going to make some changes here. Switch that RSI value to 21. If you don't have TDI, you should have it. If not, reach out to me again through the Telegram group. Become active in the group. This is all we trade in the group. So I switched that over to 21. I want to switch the colors to my current price and my levels. I want the TDI. Here it is. Let's change that because my background is gray. I need to be able to see everything. Here it is. TDI line color and width. Current price, I don't want it in green. I want it in a darker color. I want it in black. Everything else can stay the same. The level lines, the overbought, oversold, I want those in white so they can stand out in my chart. And I'll leave everything the same. Again, if you don't have TDI, send me a message on Telegram and I'll send it to you. Hit OK. Let's break this down. Now, keep in mind, if you took that sell because you told yourself stop on high, your entry should have been here, right? How many points is that towards after 2 hours? After 2 hours, you're up about 50, depending on exactly where you got in at, 50 to 55 points. Okay, but it pulled back on you. Look at the clues on TDI. That's why you have to pay, you got to react to the market's action. Why did it pull back on me? Well, the market could do whatever the hell it wants, but you got to be smart enough to react to the market. What are they showing you? It drops. You got to tell yourself that's your take profit. If you were selling that 200 near the freaking initial low, that should be your take profit. Now look, pay attention to TDI. You have it inverted shark fin to the low. And I already told you, I look at the volatility bands as my high and lows. This is my low, my moving low, my moving high. What did it do? It cut back in, shark fin, inverted shark fin, back up again. Inverted shark fin, it's confirming that it might go against you now. You got to start thinking this could rise up all the way back to the market baseline. And if the market baseline, that's all the way right back up to the high again. If it rejects, then it might go down, but it didn't reject. You have to look at the angle of that market baseline. It's going flat, then it starts to point back up. By then you're done. Like, so be savvy enough, be smart enough to, hey, common sense would tell me if I'm selling here, where's my first place of resistance? It's probably going to be my initial low or that 200, and that'll be about 2 hours. You're in the trade for 2 hours. You're up 50 points. Got to start thinking like, hey, it's time to get out. Now, you could have bought that. They were asking me, well, how come I didn't go? What if it could have gone like this, you guys? You could have probably made 100 points. And they do this. Now you have your low of the day. If everything lines up on stop on low with TDI like this, you have a sell. Once you get confirmation above that 13 EMA and you confirm with TDI. Let's keep this simple, you guys. This is not complicated at all. Like it really is common sense. Let's not complicate this at all. Okay. I've taken my share of M's and fake W's. Why? Because I just thought, set the trade and go on about my business and I'm going to be this world greatest trader. Like this guy no, it doesn't work that way. That's why I like, I shoot signals as well. I don't really like shooting a blind signal to somebody that doesn't really understand the method, because you got to react to you got to react to what's going on in the market. So if you're learning, you have to, okay, I'm taking this in pattern. Where's my first take profit zone? You got to start, okay, take profit somewhere in here, or that 200 is my first take profit. You get that out the way. Second thing you look at, what is TDI doing? What is current price in TDI doing? Well, it was already down there by my moving low, my volatility band. That's how I look at it. And it's already inverted shark fin back to the upside. You got to start thinking, this could reverse on me. It's time to get out. So go back and look at more charts. Let me clear this up. That's a fake stop on high, drop, reverse back up to the upside. Now, sometimes you will get that stop on high to the low, and you'll bag over 100 points, especially on GJ, and then that's your get out, because now they're setting the low of the day. There's the high, there's the low. and it's going to pull back and probably end in consolidation. And that's exactly what they did. It pulled back up, all the way back up, took out the high, and it ended in consolidation. Now, what is the market currently doing right now? There's still more upward movement. So it should start to correct. So maybe tonight in London, we finally get another stop on high drop because it's completely overbought on the higher time frames. That's why. So I'm patiently waiting, keeping my eye on this trade, because if I go to the higher time frame, look at the 4 hour time frame. Where are we at? Everything's completely overbought. Look at TDI. Let me grab a pen here. We're in our sell zones. So let it hook back in. Give me the pattern tonight. Give me a setup so I can take it to the downside. So I'm patiently waiting on that trade, but currently it should continue to rise just a little bit more to form that in pattern. We'll see if they don't give you what you want, they don't give us the setup. There is no trade, no stop hunt, no trade. Period. No stop hunt, no trade. Because if you just wait and they give you the stop hunt and they give you the confirmation, the 13 close above or below, the odds are more in your favor. Like I said, most of us, we I've been through that feeling where you show up to the chart, think you have to make some money just because you showed up, and that's when you force the trade. Anyhow, let me drop down to the 1 hour, see where we at. 1 hour, it's the current prices reaching that level, that 68 level. So again, if they give me that in pattern, I'll be ready to strike. And if not, no big deal. So go back and look at all the fake outs where they did the stop hunt, but they completely kept rising or kept dropping. So let's look at another one, and then I'll just leave it up to you guys. So you guys can, again, the best setups is when TDI, the best setups, current price is down there at that 32 level, W pattern, and it lines up with the stop hunt, and you have all the confirmations, the crossover to the upside. That's even better. That's confirmation right there. That's what you want to be looking for. Anything else, if you're just starting to learn the method, don't guess yourself. If they don't give you that, I'm not taking that trade. So let's go to let me see if I can find another trade that didn't work out. That it was stop on low or stop on high, but it didn't work out. Because again, it's the same behavior, which it doesn't matter the currency, it's the same behavior. Okay, now let's look at this trade that it did work out, because I'm trying to find one that didn't work out. Look, current price, the black line, the RSI current on TDI, it's in my sell zone. Current price, okay, and it's stop on high, close below the 13 EMA. You got the crossover. You were to sell that. The same thing that just happened last night in London. You sell that. Your first take profits the initial low in Asia. So you were to be selling that. Notice that you start paying attention to TDI. It crossed over the market baseline. I stay in that trade. It tried to go back up here. It tried to go back up, but it never closed above the 13 EMA. You stay in that trade. You stay in the trade to like right about here, which would have been here. Because notice, remember, my volatility bands, I see them as my highs, my moving highs and my moving lows. So what happened here? They're hitting that. It could have easily reversed back up. So by then, because it's pound yen, you probably bagged over 100 points on that trade. Let me clear this up. The setup was there to take it down to the initial low. That's 89 points. That's where you first hit the volatility band down here, right there, because it pulls back up on you. There's the little pullback right here. So that's probably where you would have gotten out. Now, technically, you don't get out unless a green candle closes above the 13. That's typically what I look for. So anyhow, let's and also too, notice how was, again, you could use some pivot points as well. Pivot points work pretty good too. Let's see how what happened with my pivot points. Okay. If you don't know about pivot points, I'll do another video in the next couple days, but pretty much that's your another confirmation that you can use. All you got to understand is my M3, M4 is possible highs of the day. M3 and my M4s are possible highs of the day. Okay. So what happened? Look at the M pattern was around the possible high of the day, right? And there's the middle of the pivot point, M2 and my M1, possible lows of the day. Where did price reject? At the 200 near the M2, possible low of the day. All the clues were there to get the hell out of the trade if you were selling that. That's your fake out right there, you guys. Um, Again, join the group and let's trade some trade ideas. Let's throw some ideas around and let's see what happens. See if we can and make some, take some clean setups here. Again, it's not rocket science. Keep it simple. Price action. Stop on high. Got confirmation. Okay, where am I looking to take the possible? It's not going to give me 100 points. Why? Because it might get rejected at this area. So again, hopefully, it just comes together a little bit more. I'm sorry if I talk fast, but that's just again, I've already 6, 7+ years of going back and forth with the method. If everything clicks, so I know exactly what I'm looking for. Anyhow, I'll keep doing more videos like this. Go back, get the indicator, change the settings, put it, and if you have any questions, just reach out to me on Telegram and we'll take it from there. Okay, you guys.